Hello everyone, welcome to the E, I guess. The E.
The E&E podcast. Well, it's a work in progress.
Work in progress. Next time we'll have a guest, but for today, we got Ella and the Courage the Cowardly Dog show.
And Eden and the Courage the Cowardly Dog show.
Exactly. So I didn't have anything planned for this. We're just gonna talk for, I don't know, like seven
hours.
7 hours or so.
Yeah. And we'll just figure it out as we go.
Well, let's start off with preliminary questions. Do you have STDs?
I haven't been tested yet, but as far as I know, probably not. It's very unlikely considering...
You haven't had sex.
Yeah.
You haven't had poo-poo sex either. Neither.
Tune in next time where...
We'll update you on whether Ella has poo-poo sex.
Cool.
I was coming up with questions and then I was like, oh man, what if we just don't have any questions and we just talk for a little while? Kind of like, oh my god, he's fat as shit, bro. He's literally gonna... Oh, who's banging in there?
It's
Oh
us!
my god, that's literally us.
So cool and cute. I'm gonna say cute a lot because it's my new word. Not really, it's just...
Kind of like how will say like swag or poggers.
Yeah, it's weird, but
Poggers
cute.
isn't used anymore. It's
It is.
by Matt, sure, but she's a band kid, so
I heart
we all heard.
Shout
Big shout out to
What? my
Oh, wait,
knight in
maybe we can't
shining
say-
armor.
we can't say her.
We can
Beep,
Are we
beep.
gonna edit this?
Yes.
Alright.
Beep beep in shining armor. Yeah.
My beep beep. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's first get the biggest question out of the way. What is your spiritual belief?
I'm not sure.
Do you believe that if you speak something into the universe, it will happen?
I don't know if I fully believe it, but I'm definitely careful about what I say and do because I'm always nervous I'm going to mess something up by saying the wrong thing. But I don't know. I mean, I guess I do kind of believe it. It's worth a shot.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm about to die, I'm going to pray to every single god possible to make sure I have as many.
I mean, what can you do?
Yeah. I know that yesterday when I was at work, I told my coworker, I'm like, man, today's a really slow day. And then it was the busiest day on record. So I think that either what you say to the universe will give you the opposite of it, or if you say something, the universe sometimes has a little bit of irony.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that the universe has like an overarching God in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That monitors everything, because that would be too much.
Yeah. It's hard to, like, grasp, I don't know,
Yeah.
figure out what's going on. I think we're all being pranked a little bit.
I think God is pranking us.
God is pranking us, or whatever it is pranking us, and I feel pranked.
I feel really betrayed. I feel
I'm
like
pranked.
I'm pranked. Like,
Yeah.
I know that, you know, when the Messiah, when what's his fucking name? Muhammad. When Muhammad came down, he was like, yo, all your gods are fake. Y'all got pranked. And he's like, Allah is the only true God. So I think that this overarching theme over centuries and decades and millennia, it's just we're all getting pranked for some reason.
So hard.
It's just a big ass joke.
Yeah, maybe, honestly, I don't know where I was gonna go. I was going to say something really dumb. I'll say it anyways. Maybe God used to be God, and now God's Allah, because
Maybe God's
God
just Buddha.
pranks. God pranks.
God just pranks.
Yeah.
I never really gave a second thought to Jesus or God or Allah or anything. Because I grew up atheist. Or I am still atheist. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like I reached spiritual enlightenment sat under a tree or something. But like, you know, when I had religious friends... What?
I don't know if I need it closer or not.
No, don't worry about it. I'm going to compress the whole thing so even like our lip smacking is going to be really loud.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love lip smacking. Not in like an ASMR way, I just think it's really funny.
Yeah. But when I had like I forget that the camera's over there. I've been looking at you the whole time. When I had like religious friends, I would always be like, the f*** you mean? You just believe in it? Like
yeah, you're just like...
That makes no sense. Like, did you see him? Like, what's going on? And then when people would be like, you know, God talk to me, I'd be like, you fucking crazy? Like,
Ew. What are you, dumb?
What are you, dumb? Like,
God is pranking you.
He's literally, he pranked you by giving you schizophrenia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Because I didn't grow up religious, really.
Mm-hmm.
My parents used to be in a religion. Most of my extended family still is. I think, technically, it's a cult.
Nice.
I, like, looked it up, and there's, like, articles about it, and they're like, it's kind of a cult.
Do you know what it's called?
Can we bleep it?
Yeah, don't worry.
It's called.
Okay.
It's like all across the world. They have it in Australia, like Italy and stuff in here.
That's the world. Australia,
yeah,
Italy.
Australia, Italy, Australia, Italy, and here.
Yeah.
All across the world, and other places like I don't know, Croatia or something. Anyways, so like I kind of grew up in that, but my parents left when I was too young to really be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't grow up religious, but I'm around a lot of those people, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, my mom's like into crystals and chakras and shit like that. And to a certain extent, I'm like, you know what? Believe whatever you want to believe. It's not hurting me. It's not hurting anyone else. Just like, she's never forced it on me, which is good. But I don't know, she told me like when you get older you'll probably start trying to find purpose in your life and try to start believing in something. And right now I'm just like, okay, well we're on here because you guys had sex and then I'm gonna die and it's gonna be black and that's it.
That's what I believe.
So
I stick to it.
until like, you know, something miraculous happens that changes the entire perception. I feel like God will never show himself or herself. Themselves. Itself, yeah. My grandma was like, it would be a miserable job being God. Like, what has God been doing this whole time? Like, watching us fight wars and shit? Like, I don't know if this is funny for him.
It might be just, like, entertaining, because we watch some pretty fucked up shit on TV, I feel like, if you think about it. Maybe God just thinks it isn't real. God is, like, God's being pranked.
God's
Somebody's
being pranked by us.
God.
This is just a one big
prank war.
Yeah.
No.
Like, what do you think God thinks about TikTok? Like, every single thing that happens on this planet, he has to at least acknowledge it. So he's just like, why the f are they fighting over some stupid little?
I feel like God would love TikTok in like a sadistic way, and like, I love how much they are fucking stupid. TikTok is a bit crazy.
I don't have TikTok anymore.
I need to delete it. I just have a bunch of drafts with delete that. I like saying people's full names though. Yeah, I just have a bunch of drafts with friends, and I'm like, I don't want to like post them. I could post them privately, but I don't.
I deleted TikTok 2 months ago because when I was on it, I would just like keep scrolling, and then I would get people talking about events that are happening all over the world that I have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And like I understand it's important, but I'm like, holy shit, I feel like I have so much responsibility to just fight for it, but I can't. And then just like also just a lot of pretty people on there made me like really self-conscious about myself. And I wasn't even making like videos about really anything at all. I would just like kind of react to stuff and like scream, but but
I loved your TikToks.
I would just see people doing that kind of thing, and I would be like, man, this hurts. It was making me depressed.
It's like stressful.
Yeah, and it's so easy to just like keep scrolling. Like the For You page literally like extends all the way to the birth of Jesus. You know, like it just.
God knows where. I'm gonna see how far I can scroll next time I'm on. Just continuously. Like, not even watching them.
I knew my usage was going up a lot. Like it went from I would only use my phone for 2 hours a day for like 5 months, like when I had my phone. And then I started downloading more social media. First I got Instagram, and well, I had YouTube, and that's the only thing that I would watch. You know, that's the only thing I used my phone for, was talking to friends on YouTube, and that was it. And that's kind of what I use it for now. And after I got TikTok, I would limit myself, and I started posting videos. And then like 2 months later, my screen time was like 11 hours.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I should delete it. I probably will soon.
Yeah. like, it was at like 11 hours, and then I deleted TikTok and it went down to like 7, and that was just like YouTube and Instagram, and now I'm like trying to get it down to 4, so I can just, like, I still do a lot of stuff. I do a whole bunch of stuff, but when I'm on my phone, I'm just like, I close out of Instagram, I go to YouTube, I watch one video, I go out, I go back to Instagram. It's like, that's my entire existence sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times I have to, like, I don't know. Because, like, if I have nothing to do, I don't do much at home, really. Like, I do have stuff I could do, but when I'm at home, I'm just like, oh, I'll be on my phone.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, I could delete apps, and I'm probably going to do that soon to cut down my screen time, but a lot of times I just, like, fill up my day with people to hang out with, which with lockdown and everything I couldn't do. But now I'm like getting back into it. My screen time's already going down a bit. It's gonna go down a lot more if I just delete some things.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how now our entire lives are kind of dedicated around our phones and internet, and then when we actually go and see people, we're like, whoa, this shit, like, is awesome, and we don't need to be on our phones to like have fun, because that's our entire generation.
Yeah.
So actually being off of your phone is the equivalent of like the new, I don't know, it's just we're just sad.
Yeah, no, I think about it a lot. I'll like be like, oh wow, I did absolutely nothing today. I was on my phone the whole day. And I get so like mad at myself that I just like wasted all that time.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not an easy fix, because then it's like, oh, just don't be on your phone, go do something. Because it's like very much, I've been rewired to be like, that's how it works. It's an algorithm. It's stupid and weird. I don't know, bleep the cuss words, that'll be funny.
Fucking fuck shit.
Fard.
Fard.
Why did that? Stay off your phones, kids.
Stay off of them. Go do something.
Go do something, you know, make a new friend. If making friends is hard for you, I get it. But just get out there, you know? Push your boundaries. You're young. You can make mistakes. Even if you're old, you can afford to make mistakes, and it's fine, and you'll survive.
Go play in the sewer, weirdo.
Yeah, find the alligators and the crocodiles, depending on where you live, New York or the ocean, and do your homework.
Damn, dude.
Summer's ending.
Not for me. I've been in school for like a month and a half, but for you, yeah.
But your school's like
literally so easy. I have nothing to do. Like, or I do, but like I have so much free time.
It's at your own pace.
Yeah. So, for you, it's starting soon.
It is.
And you're gonna do in person, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited for that because I always forget how much I like seeing people when I haven't been around like a lot of people in a while. But like when we went to that little concert thing, I was like, I like feel good just around a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah.
Not when I'm like in a store or whatever, because I feel like I'm getting judged. But just like doing something with some buddies. I don't know. It's nice. I miss crowds. I didn't think I was much of a people person until recently, and now I'm like, oh.
It's just what happens when you're like around your family for a whole year. You're just like, I'm sick of you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Yeah, I'm getting so annoyed at everybody in my house all the time.
Yeah. I just, when the concert happened, I realized, like, I always tried to make an effort of, like, I gotta put myself out there, I gotta make more connections, because if I'm gonna, like, be insulated in my room the entire time, I'm never gonna get my music out there. And so when I started to talk to just random people, I realized that they also wanted to talk to me. So it kind of worked like that. Yeah. We're gonna try to throw another one of those concerts, possibly at my house or back in the park, and this time with a good generator. As people might know, because on the Window Girl YouTube channel, promo right here, we made a concert video, and you could tell throughout most of it, you know, that the shit would go in and out, but it was still fun. I think like the experience ended up being better than the outcome of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe that makes no sense, but I think the experience of meeting a whole bunch of people was really cool, and I made some new friends, so...
Yeah, you got to play for some people. Mm-hmm. I think, you know, technical difficulties, it's whatever. Yeah. I don't think anybody really cared, honestly. Like, it was a good crowd. Everybody was like, eh.
People were just psyched to, like, get out of the house.
And be there, and be around other people.
Yeah. So, we're gonna try to do another one of those things again. I mean, like,
trial and error.
Yeah, I mean, we just recently went to that house show, and that was that's all kind of thrown together. Just like, I don't know how that shit works, honestly. I don't know if you need to get permits or you gotta like explain to your neighbors.
Really?
But I don't think most people like would give a shit. I think we were talking
I wouldn't
about
care.
it. I
if
wouldn't
lived
care.
In the neighborhood.
You know.
I'd love it. I'd be like, okay, buy me a ticket, and I'll like just.
Yeah, but it also like depends. Like if your neighbors are like 40 years old and like conservative and don't want to hear your weird punk rock music.
Or they like work the night shift or something.
Yeah, then I guess that would kind of be a little bit annoying. I know one time, the people next door to me threw a concert until like 2 in the morning,
Nice.
and I know that my parents were like, man, we gotta call the police. Like this is like getting out of control because people were just like really drunk and fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because it turned from like music and like people jumping into the pool to like just arguing.
Yeah, it's different when it's like, oh, they're having fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's like cool music or whatever, and then it's just like, these people are borderline gonna rip each other's heads off.
Yeah, and so I don't think that they did, but I just remember that the police came and it got real quiet, and I was like, okay, I can go to sleep. And that was before I had my sleeping pills, so I would just like any little noise would keep me up because I have a really bad tendency to just do that because I'm like, what if someone's outside? I know no one's outside. Who the f would want to sit in my backyard for an hour and kick rocks around? I know it's just
For
the wind,
fun.
but like I always get scared. I'm like, it's just like a tarp that falls down. And I'm
Yeah.
like, who the f
I get what you mean. I sleep way too much. I think recently I've been oversleeping, but so like I'll like hear a noise that would usually like if like a year ago would, I don't know, freak me out. I wouldn't be able to sleep. It would ruin my night. But then I'd hear it, I'd get really anxious about it, and then next thing I know it's the morning. I wake up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad thing, really, but I think I should probably.
Yeah. I think I just like. I always think that I'm gonna remember what it feels like right before I go to sleep. I never remember it. I'm always like, oh man, like it's gonna be like, and then I'm asleep. But when I think about it the next morning, I'm like, when did I go to sleep? How did I go to sleep? Because then when I can't go to sleep the next time, I'm like, what did I do yesterday that made me go to sleep?
Yeah.
So, but now I have sleeping pills that make me go to sleep in like 15 minutes, so I don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, you just kind
Then
of.
my be like, bing, and I'm just like asleep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've been trying to listen to my audiobook before I go to sleep, but then when I take my sleeping pills, I like forget to turn the audiobook off, so I miss like 3 hours of the story, and then I have to go all the way back until I remember like the last piece of dialogue, and then I listen to it again. Audible's just like, why the f do you keep rewinding this? Like, what the f is wrong with you?
Forget what happened?
Yeah. Man, I did forget what happened, and then I had to listen to it, and it's not like a short book, it's a 37-hour audiobook, and it's 870 pages.
Damn.
So I keep missing like 100 pages at a time. It's like, you know, I'm missing the assignment, man. It's not for school, it's just for personal, but I just...
Funny book.
It's not a funny book, it's like
sad book.
Real sad book.
Depressing book.
Depression book. It's one of those, it's called A Little Life by Yana Hanagihara, I think. And it's such a cool name, too.
I like that.
She's Hawaiian, so she has that cool little bingy bongy.
Cool, flow to the speaking of it out of your mouth.
But it's like not even like a story, really. It's like a character study of these 4 people, these 4 guys, basically from their birth to like they're 40 or something. So it goes over their entire life, or mostly like this one character's life. I don't want to spoil it for people who might want to listen to it, but it's just it's a sad book. If you can't handle like talks of depression and suicide and sexual abuse and just normal abuse, all the bad stuff, you know, like it's just, some people have called it trauma porn. They're like, you know, it's like so explicit and so just hard to read that some people get pleasure out of that, the same way that people get pleasure out of watching gore videos. So, but it makes me feel so much worse than, like, it puts me in such a, in such a squeamish state where I'm like, wow, people can really explain terrible things in like the most disgusting ways.
Yeah.
I know that there was a chapter of it that was like one of the characters' legs, like they had a wound, and he was like, it split open like an apricot. And I was like, what the fuck?
Just like, because it's not like I don't know, it's like forcing you to imagine
Yeah,
it.
I know. You gotta
And
like
it's-
make an apricot bloody, and then you have to think about
You have
like.
to think about it yourself and then like translate it, and then it's,
Yeah, that's the only reason. This book is the only reason why I got an Audible subscription. It was just so I could read this book or listen to this book. I keep saying read. I'm listening to the whole thing. I can't read. Stupid. Illiterate.
up top.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just started my summer homework, my summer reading.
I
I have about 4 days before school starts.
He told me the same thing. I wanted to hang out with and she was like, I have summer reading. Like, I literally can't.
Oh no, like I do too, but I do this funny thing where I'll read a lot of the book
Mm-hmm.
really fast,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be like, oh, 2 days, I'm already like, what, like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the book. Like, I don't have to read it all this one day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll forget, and then I'll BS it, and then I will do fine.
Yeah. It's like.
I've done it every year,
you,
and they keep letting me into the like the fancy English classes.
fancy.
I-
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I have that same kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm so motivated to get this done really quick so I don't have to worry about it, but then I get like half of it done and then I worry about it for the next like 2 months.
No, yeah, I'll have like all this motivation and I'll do so much of it, and I'm like, wow, I could finish this right now if I wanted to, and then I don't. Because I'm like, I could.
Mm-hmm.
I have that power, and then I don't, and I don't know why, and it's like my biggest fault because I do it with everything.
Yeah.
It's like too much motivation, I won't do it. No
Mhm.
motivation, I obviously am not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You need that sweet spot of,
Yeah. I do really good under deadlines. I mean,
yeah.
because I have an album that's coming out in like 2 days and I'm still making music for it because I'm
Nice.
like, I gotta like, I don't like this song anymore. I gotta remake it, and I gotta add another one. I'm like, I hate to say it, but I'm literally Kanye. I'm literally.
You are literally
I'm literally
Kanye. You're
Kanye.
doing more than Kanye's doing right now.
I know Kanye's just sitting on his ass.
When is Donna dropping?
Where's Donna dropping?
Where's Donna?
Where's Donna?
Where's Donna dropping?
Yeah, she
She
be dropping soon.
be. Wasn't it supposed to drop yesterday too?
It was supposed to drop on the 6th. Yeah,
Saturday?
yesterday. It was actually supposed to drop like 2 weeks ago, but then he was like, nah, cut that out. And then he was supposed to drop it yesterday. Now it's supposed to drop on the 9th, but iTunes says it's supposed to drop on the 13th. So motherfuckers just don't know when it's coming out.
The 13th is National Left-Handed Day.
Are you left-handed? Hell yeah,
Yes!
let's go.
I think it's the 13th. If it's not, like, do a little voiceover.
When is National Left-Handed Day? It's August 13th. Yep.
I'm a bit of a pro.
I'm a bit of a
August
pro.
2nd is.
I mean,
Can I get really close?
it already passed, but yeah.
August 2nd is National Boob Day.
Boob.
I discovered that.
B-O-B-B. B-O-O-B. Sorry, not B-O.
B-O-B-B.
Bob.
That was an accident. B-O-Boo.
I'm really bad at spelling.
I am. No, I'm really bad at spelling, and I know that. But I like to spell things wrong on purpose, so that it's like, I'm not bad at spelling. It's like a joke. It's really funny, and it's sad.
I'm not bad at spelling, I'm just creative, okay?
No, I'll just like fuck up a word, and like I'll just like, I don't know, start typing a word and then keyboard vomit and then keep typing, and then I'll be like, I didn't spell it wrong.
Like
If I don't know how to spell it, I'll just be like, okay, fuck it.
sometimes I just forget how to spell like 5th grader words.
Oh yeah,
Like
same.
I'm just like, how the f do I spell beautiful? I always forget. It's such a complicated word.
B-A-beautiful.
B-A-beautiful.
B-E-B-A beautiful. That's how, because I would always mess it up.
Be beautiful.
Be beautiful.
I-
B-A-beautiful.
B-A-beautiful, yeah. I always just end up going and doing the Siri thing, or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the like voicing you say it.
Because I just forget. I'm like, how the f do I spell that? Beautiful. And then I look at it, I'm like, that makes so much sense.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes I'll try to do that, and then I pronounce the word wrong too, and Siri's like, what the f***?
Yeah. No, my Siri is from the UK, so sometimes it will not understand my English.
Your thick American.
My thick California.
Southern American accent.
My thick Southern American accent. And it just doesn't understand it, and I'm like, oh my god, now I have to retype it. And then sometimes it gets to the point where I'm like, I literally have to look this up, the misspelled version on Google, so I can figure it out.
And then Google knows, and then Google's like, are you are you an idiot? And then you're like, yeah, I guess. Can I have the word correctly?
Google has an infinite database of just misspelled words and what they're supposed to be. I think that's just
that's
how it
so
works.
funny to think about.
Yeah.
You know how in elementary school you'd ask a teacher how to spell a word, and they'd be like, look it up in the dictionary.
That takes so long.
Yeah, and also if I don't know how to spell it and I get to a certain point, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
I'm writing an English essay. I can't just pull out the dictionary and be like...
this is due in 30 minutes. I have no time.
Yeah. I know. I was in English learning classes until 7th grade. Because I was learning 2 languages at the same time, and I was shit at both of them at the same time. So I could hardly communicate to people. Shut the f up, phone.
Oh my god!
And so I would not be able to spell English, and not be able to speak Czech. so I would go into these classes, and they would be like, "Wow, we don't know what to do with this kid." They've treated people. Because I was learning such a different language than English that I was learning Czech pronunciation in English, so I was just doing all of this wrong shit, and then eventually I just stopped caring about Czech so I could focus on English, and now I'm really good at English and subpar at Czech. I'm still stuck at 7th grade for Czech, so I can't talk about really normal stuff, basic stuff, and also really complex stuff. I try to talk to my grandma about climate change or politics, and it just ends up being no, that guy's bad. His idea is bad. I don't like that. That's bad. Here's why it's bad. It's bad because bad people are doing it bad. I literally just sock. Maybe sock. And so, because I just only hear what my grandma tells me. I'm not immersed in the Czech culture, so I don't get anyone else's vernacular. I don't get anyone else's slang. So I literally am just self-contained to my grandma's 1950s era Czech. Grandma Czech. I speak grandma. So.
You speak grandma Czech, but at a 7th grade level.
Yeah.
7th grade grandma from the 50s. Little grandma. Baby grandma.
Baby grandma. Except for I know a lot of swear words because that's the only...
Sock.
Sock.
I remember you telling me sock in Czech in history, and then I forgot it.
Bonoška. That's my favorite words are bonoška, which means sock, and možná, which means maybe. So, yeah.
Nice. I mean, yeah, it's still impressive, the amount of Czech that you know. Because Czech isn't in America, nobody speaks Czech.
Yeah, nobody even knows what that is. They're Czech? Money?
Where is that exactly?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's surrounded by really known countries. It's right next to Germany and Poland.
Czech is just kind of lost in.
Yeah, it's not really taught. The only thing that when I was in world history class, the only thing that we ever talked about the Czech Republic was the fact that the British basically sacrificed us to the Germans in World War II as a peace offering. Hey, if we give you the Czech Republic, will you stop doing the Nazi stuff? And then they were like, yeah. And
sure.
And then they fucking killed the entire European Union. So
amazing. Not amazing. I'm not.
Yeah.
That was not. Nothing that the Nazis did was good or justified.
It was a sarcastic joke about the British basically giving the Czech people over to the Germans.
The British are dumb and Nazis suck. I don't know what's so hard to get about that, guys. Keep up, Jesus.
God damn. Yeah, colonialism. Hell yeah, let's go. So.
You can't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't say that. Okay, we're back. We're back.
Dude, Brenna was like, I have bad news and she didn't respond. This is gonna make me anxious for so long. Sorry, I just have to double text.
It's okay. Okay, we gotta clap. Oh, again. 1, 2, 3. Cool. We're back. This is still the same episode. Don't worry. I think it went to sleep because it probably recorded 30 minutes, and I think that's the cap of how long it can record.
How
like,
long
at
should
time.
we make our episodes an hour?
I mean, I used to run a little show, which I had with my friend Madison, at the time, and it literally has both of our dead names in it. So I can't even say the name of it. So it's just the blank and blank show.
The blank and blank show.
And we would make our episodes like 10 minutes, but they were all like really surrealist and bad. It would just be like us f***ing around for no reason. And so they would be like 10 minutes, but that's like kind of just whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think this has been a good length, 30-ish minutes.
Yeah, I think 30-ish minutes. It's tasteful.
It's very tasteful, you know, you plop it in your day and then you're done. Courage is playing in the background so you don't get bored.
Yeah, because we don't have really a lot of substance to say.
We're kind of f***ing stupid.
No, well, like, I feel like if we have actual questions or topics, then it's like, yeah, do a longer podcast. But we don't have any, like, topics, evidence, anything for anything.
Yeah.
We're just kind of talking out of our asses. So I feel like a tasteful 30 minutes.
Yeah. And we'll end off every episode with a musical song.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a musician.
Me neither.
I'm just gonna go that time.
Alright, this is my song. Unreleased. It's called,
Want me to beatbox? Just kidding. I will not beatbox for anybody.
it's called, When the Pencil is Under the Couch. Ooh, when the pencil is under the couch. 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 I told my dad, look under the couch, 'cause there's a pencil and it's under the couch. There's a pencil and it's under the couch. That's my song.
I like that.
Alright. This has been the E&E show.
The E!
The E show.
E!
And
That was annoying. I'm really sorry about that.
E! Alright. Goodbye.
Bye, love you.